Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be
sir.
glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time,
Yeah.
God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes. I know you got a word this morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to report that whenever you wake up in the morning, your mind should go straight to God and say, God, you deserve the praise. You deserve the praise because, God, you are good all the time, and all the time, God is good. That's how Rickey Smiley starts us off every day. God deserves praise because of God's goodness. And listen, God's goodness is so phenomenal because God's goodness always overrules the bad, the negative that may come your way. God, you deserve the praise because your goodness overrules the bad that may take place in my life. But God, you also deserve the praise because you are active and involved in what's going on in our lives, in history, in human affairs. Listen, God deserves the praise because God is going to have the last word. So when someone writes you off, recognize God is still writing. And since God is still writing, why don't you go ahead and say, God, you deserve the praise. And then say this, God, you deserve the praise because of the good news that I am anticipating what you're going to do in the midst of what I'm going through. I may be going through some difficulties. I may be going through some dark days, but God deserves the praise because of what is on the way, what is about to happen. That's why when we pray over our food, we say, Lord, we thank you for what we are about to receive.
Sir.
And I think that's what you ought to do. Thank God for what you are about to receive. It may not be there yet, but guess what? It's on the way. And since it's on the way, God deserves the praise. God, you deserve the praise. That's the word of the day.
Man, Pastor Haynes, thank you for that word this morning. Let's get into some music. Before we do that, Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Ricky. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. All right, let's get into some music right here. Thank you, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Thank you. Love you,
Rickey
bro.
Smiley Morning Show coming up. Here we go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the same as being brought to you by Urban One. Not happy about the current state of affairs in our country? Why don't you do something about it? Use your voice and take a stand. Get out and vote on November the 8th. Sponsored by Urban One. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Tuesday morning headlines. Word is Joe Biden told Reverend Al Sharpton that he will seek a second presidential term in 2024. During a private conversation that I guess is not so private anymore at the White House last month, Biden revealed the news to Al Sharpton. However, Joe Biden himself has not officially declared he will seek re-election as of Monday. Meanwhile, Ricky, Herschel Walker, who is running for Senate in Georgia, is caught in a controversy. The pro-life political candidate says he wants to completely ban abortion, but that has folks scratching their heads because now a woman has come forward saying the former NFL star urged her to get an abortion back in 2009 and even reimbursed her for it.
Got to be more careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said she got the receipt, baby.
That cash out a mug, ain't it? Ooh, boy, cash out that 600. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know.
Is it 600? Are you guessing? I hope so. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me keep going. Somebody told you. Okay. Walker released a statement saying the story is a flat-out lie. Lastly, Ricky, and we're keeping our eye on this one this morning, the Supreme Court will review a lower court opinion on the Voting Rights Act that could make it much more difficult for minority voters to challenge redistricting maps in Alabama. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Right now, 3rd down and 3, quick throw, what a catch. Samuel stays upright. Terrific catch and run. One-on-one with Ramsey. Can't bring him down. Samuel, highlight reel, touchdown.
That's that grown man, Debo Samuel, man, took that 57-yard touchdown to the house.
To the house.
Debo, man, 49ers beat the Rams last night in Monday Night Football, 24-9. Texas Longhorns All-American Women's Hoops great Tiffany Jackson. T-Jack is what we call her. She passed away at the age of 37, man, after battling with breast cancer. Number 5 pick in the 2007 WNBA draft by the New York Liberty. This one hits hope kind of close to me because she was one of Harmony's coaches.
What?
With DFW Elite Basketball Squad, man. Went to Duncanville High School out of Dallas, Texas, man. So She lost her battle with breast cancer. So rest in heaven, T-Jack, Tiffany Jackson. The long wait for Brooklyn Nets point guard Ben Simmons finally made his debut with the Nets after being traded from Philadelphia 76ers, dealing with mental health concerns and a back injury. Played a solid 19 minutes yesterday, man, preseason. 6 points, had some assists, had some good defense. He looked pretty good.
Okay.
He looked pretty good. It's a little early, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to put him in a championship yet.
Get out there.
But I'm rooting for Ben Simmons, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Quick sports report right there. Gary, what's up there, Pippin?
All right, y'all. Actor Jesse Williams and his beautiful ex-wife, y'all, Miss Erin Drake Lee, appeared in court on September the 30th, y'all, where it was ruled that the actor would be awarded, y'all. Hear what I'm saying? He would be awarded various visitation days with his children back in New York City. Now, Jesse Williams, he's been granted various visitation days with his kids in New York City.
From Empire, he got kids.
Who? What? Empire? No, from Grey's Anatomy, Ricky.
You're getting your light-skinned men mixed up, Ricky. It's okay. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's all right, honey. Well, they're saying, y'all, that Jesse Williams has been granted various visitation days with his kids in New York City, overruling his ex-wife, Erin Drake Lee's previous request, y'all, to keep them cheering in Los Angeles. Where they were saying that the Grey's Anatomy star and the real estate agent, both 41, were together for over 10 years, y'all, and married for 5 before he filed for divorce back in April of 2017. Now, the two share a daughter, Sadie, 8, and a son, Maceo. Now, according to the new documents obtained by People, Williams and Drake Lee appeared in court on September the 30th, where the actor, y'all, was awarded his requested custodial visit with his children while he temporarily moves to New York City from Los Angeles, y'all, this fall to reprise his Tony-nominated role in the Broadway revival of Take Me Out. And that's, that is a lot, though, for them children to be traveling from Los Angeles to New York, though. She wanted them children to stay in Los Angeles and let him fly to Los Angeles from New York to see the kids, but the judge said no. Let the kids go to New York from Los Angeles. So, y'all, I guess they're going to finally end this fight because they've been fighting, honey, for a while. So
sad.
Yeah, it's sad. So we're going to keep all parties, y'all, lifted up in prayer. Them cheering could take a plane trip every now and then. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is dead leaf. On the high end, you say dead leaf, and on the low end, you say beautiful brownish orange. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, somebody done said somebody was wearing a fat suit. Oh, Lord, and they wasn't. I'm going to tell you who it is up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot brought to you by
Capital One, brought to you by Capital One Shopping. Capital One Shopping searches for and applies available coupon codes. What's in your wallet? Savings and available coupons vary. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, once again, y'all, Tory Lanez is being sued over a hit-and-run accident this time that took place in Miami on New Year's Day back in 2021. Now, according to TMZ, Krisha and Jesse Grillan filed a lawsuit against Tory after claiming he sideswiped their car with his green SUV. Now, they claim Tory hit them as they were waiting at a red light off the highway ramp. However, Tory did not stop to make sure they were unharmed. He instead kept going like nothing happened. Well, Krisha was 4 months pregnant at the time, and the Grillans are hoping to have a sit-down with Tory for a deposition in 2023. Well, Tory's attorneys doesn't believe that the claims made against him will stick, and they feel like they will be laughed out of court. All right, y'all, moving on. The official trailer for the highly anticipated Black Panther sequel is here, providing a glimpse at the new Black Panther, who appears to be a woman, as well as the underwater kingdom of, Talokan? Who's seen Wakanda?
Yeah.
Talokan, I think that's what it says, according to Entertainment Weekly. Now, Lupita Nyong'o, Letitia Wright, Danny Guerrero, Winston Duke, Angela, it says Angela and Bassett. Are those two different people?
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, right, unless she's changed her name, have all reprised roles for the original film. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is scheduled to hit theaters on November 11th.
I seen this trailer, man. It looks good.
Oh, really?
I saw it, too.
It do look good. good.
Yeah, man. I'm ready for this one.
Wow.
Well, I can't wait. All right, y'all, let me let you know about this. On Monday's episode of The View, Whoopi Goldberg called out a film critic who wrote that oh my God, he wrote that she was wearing a fat suit and it was distracting in the movie Till. You know, she played in the movie Emmett Till, which had its world premiere at the New York Film Festival over the weekend. However, Goldberg clarified that she was not wearing one.
Was he trying to be funny,
I don't
or
really care how you felt about the movie, but you should know that was not a fat suit. That was me. Yeah, she was distracted by my fat suit in her review. That was steroids. Remember last year I had all.
You were
and I was
ill.
very
sick.
And
you were in the hospital.
And I assume you don't watch the show, or you would have known that was not a fat suit.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
that's. Well, y'all, she said she was taking steroids at the time of filming to treat her sciatica symptoms, and she was hospitalized. She added, it's okay not to be a fan of the movie, but you want to leave out people's looks. Just comment on the acting, and if you have a question, ask somebody. I'm sure you didn't mean to be demeaning. She took the high road, because I'd have had to cut that lady out.
Oh, yeah, she should have went on and gave it to her.
And gave it to her. Like, have you looked in the mirror lately?
And why do people have to take the high road? You don't have to.
Okay,
and more
exactly.
people will stop doing what they're doing if they get slapped back.
Hello?
That's old school, man. You can't do that.
With a clap back.
Yeah. I'm so tired of, well, why don't you just be, why I always got to be the good person? Why I can't read you your rights and roast the hell out of you, roast you like the dog you are.
Right.
You ever seen that meme, Ricky, where they say when they go low, you take it to the flow? You know?
Yeah, all the way.
You go low, I'm going low with you. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But if you want to hit us up for them wake-up calls, hit us up at 866-9-RICKY.
I got to make sure that because I haven't seen the trailer, but what I did see, they got a lot of trailers on sale because usually doing football season. Brad, go ahead. You said what?
Hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Stupid.
You know, breaking up is really hard to do, right? And for many people, listening to music is the best therapy. So which songs are most popular when you're going through heartache?
What the hell?
According to
Are you
research.
serious?
Yeah. Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You and Fleetwood Mac's Go Your Own Way. Now, according to research, these are the top hits. Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Go your own way. You can
Yes.
call that under Easy 93.1. Boy,
Bringing
you
back
know
some
I
memories.
love some damn Fleetwood Mac. I can't listen to music when I'm heartbroken, man, because I be heartbroken. It be the videos. You cannot watch Donnie Simpson on BET back in the day with a damn heartbreak. And that damn Freddie Jackson, have you ever loved somebody? Come on.
Yeah.
When you don't know how much you're missing. Have you ever loved some? Oh, Brad, I was so crazy. That was the lowest. When Freddie Jackson hit that note, man, I felt it through my, Lord, she ain't coming back. Oh, that's why I can't. That bothers me to this day.
Shoot, I listen to happy music when I'm going through, put some Pharrell on.
Yeah, you have to listen to gospel. That's when you turn your life over to God. That's when you go and rejoin the church and listen to Yolanda Adams and Kurt Franklin and getting your spirits uplifted. Because when your ass heartbroken, you can't listen to no R&B.
Yeah, you heartbroken. You listen to more sad music, you gonna be more heartbroken.
Yeah,
you gotta get out. You gotta snap out of it.
That damn video, I'll never forget it. That damn. Have you ever loved somebody? I had just poured a bowl of Fruit Loops. It was fresh too, a fresh box of Fruit Loops where it's powdery. Powder coming out of that baby, and then the milk was ice cold.
Yeah, that milk be turning the flavors.
And then when he said, "You don't know how much," I just poured it out in the sink. I can't do it, man. I didn't even go to school that day. I was bro. You ain't never been just hurt. What do you listen to?
Shake It Off by Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Oh, that was sweet.
Shake
By
It
the
Off,
time
really?
you get this message, it's going to be too late. So don't bother paging me because I'll be on my way.
That's it.
What?
Yeah. All right, honey.
Ooh, dunna, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm gone.
Brett, so when you done, you done.
I'm done.
Like how? What,
there
like,
you go. I don't go back now. What you gonna go back for? Because then you remember why you left him in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Gary, what's your go-to?
I listen to Regina Bell, honey. How could you do it to me?
Oh, now you're gonna be crying all
That's
night.
what I wanted, damn it. I wanted to cry. She said, how could you do it to me? She said, how could you leave me here this way after all we've been through? You just turned and walked away.
You just gonna sit and feel sorry for yourself. You soaking in it. No, you got to move forward.
Honey, crying, honey, listening to that song.
Lord.
So basically, you got to get it out your system.
Yes, you got to get it out. Hell, you get that out. I cried for a week.
No.
What?
3 days, buddy. 3 days. 3 days. I'll never speak to you again. 3 days. It's like it be that day. Okay, even if it happened that night, I count that as a day.
Right.
Then I deal with it all day the next day. And then the third day, that's when I go get my hair cut and get my beard trimmed and go get me a new outfit, right? And I'll go somewhere, I don't care if it's a strip club, a nursing home, a church, Bible study, somewhere where some chicks gonna be.
That's what I'm about to say.
Get on Facebook, drop all them damn inboxes.
Get into that 92 Tahoe, drop that tip.
Come on now.
Ricky, not on the third day he rolls.
On the third day, I came alive.
Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. My God, just put it on my heart. I cannot stop thinking about you having a judge show. Gary.
Yeah?
Gary, I just can't stop thinking about it.
Really? My Lord Jesus.
Yeah, Gary, we got to co-produce that for him.
Yes, Lord.
Gary, would you, Brett, you want to help? You want to co-EP that with me?
Sure.
Let's go.
Come on with a cool name for it.
Just simple. Judge Gary.
Judge Gary.
That's right.
And he never ruled for the men, no matter what.
Right.
Every now and then they get one.
Right. Then somebody had to come up there and fan him and take him to the hospital because he didn't win again. Go ahead. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta star, y'all, Kenya Moore. She is speaking out in, honey, this one, she should definitely be, honey, on that judge show. She said, I let Mark Daly, which is her ex-husband, talk her out of getting a prenup. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Kenya is still in court, honey, with her ex, Mark Daly, who doesn't seem to want to pay anything. Now, they're saying, she asked, why are you asking, honey, for them, honey? Kenya said of the court filing on Real Housewives of Atlanta after show. Because it's about child support. Just tell me what you want to pay. She said, I'm not going to go through court for that. She said, if you got hit by COVID and you have to pay less, just let me know. She said, because it's definitely going to be fine. This is what you're talking about to her ex-husband. Now, Mark said, y'all, that he doesn't want alimony, but he is asking for her financial, y'all, documents, which seems to indicate otherwise. Now, she said, quote, I said to everyone living, you should always, honey, get a prenup. She said, because I didn't. She said, honey, I let him talk me out of a prenup, and I know, honey, that I'm going to win that part because obviously everybody knows that she had her own home before she and Mark got married. And she said, that's what, what was she made while being with him. She said, but I just don't understand what is the need that you have where, honey, you would even feel entitled, honey, to anyone's money that I made, unquote. Why would that man do that? I mean, but that's the new man, though. And we talked about that many times before about the new man. The new man said, honey, y'all women work. Y'all need to go ahead on and give me some of that money and pay me just like I had to pay y'all. So there you have it, honey. So.
But, prenup is such an awkward conversation. It's like you're going into the marriage acknowledging that it could fall to pieces. I mean, I understand why, celebrities and people with a lot of money do them, but I don't know.
And, I don't like it because that's what people say, Ricky. That is the craziest, honey. When people say that, honey, when you go into marriage, honey, with a prenup, you're looking for something like that. And one of our friends of the morning show said that, I'm just not going to call any names right now. But, I don't know. Do y'all believe in prenup, Ricky, Brad, Maria? Be honest.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I'm so old school. I don't know if I can. I don't know, man.
You have to. Well, I mean, if you just say, you don't have to necessarily say prenup. But if we get a divorce, I'm keeping my house now. I've been in this house 20 years. Now, I'm not.
But you still have to lead with if we get a divorce. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you have to acknowledge.
Let's say if something don't work out, I'll set you up with a house.
Right.
Or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been here for 20 years.
That mean you going to draw up a prenup to some of the
yeah, but we don't have to call it that.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I know it.
An agreement.
When you get married, you are one. When you get married and you with somebody, you are one. Period.
And when you get a divorce, you are two.
You don't get a divorce. That's you. You don't get a divorce.
Right. You have to do right. Well, what if she crazy? Hell.
You should have figured that out before you married her.
Okay, so that means that's a long ass relationship. You got to fix. Okay,
that one night stand. Okay.
Yeah, you get married in one night stands. You don't know them.
Oh Lord, no, you know.
Oh, they be fire, boy. Some of them one night stands will get you to the altar.
Yeah. Okay, then. You can marry a one night stand because some people have been dating for 50 years, honey, and got married and divorced the next day. Ooh. So it doesn't matter how long you've been dating. If it's a one night stand or a week, honey, it still doesn't matter.
It's a one night stand that they had you at that altar the next day. Lord. Forgive me. Ricky, yeah, go ahead, Gary.
But for a prenup, though, honey, I mean, like you said, I want to keep what I had. Now, we could separate after what we got together.
But like Brad said, that's still a prenup, though.
Well, yeah, I don't care about a prenup, honey. If you think I done worked hard to get my damn house and car, and you just walked in and came in with nothing because I love you.
That something's gonna happen.
Yeah, but something gonna happen, honey. Ain't gonna be.
Then you shouldn't get married.
You shouldn't get married because when it does happen, you got to weather that storm together. Now, if you're going into it knowing you're gonna cheat and be frolicking all in the streets and stuff, then you shouldn't get married in the first place if you ain't ready.
Well, I might not cheat then, but honey, just in case we just don't work out, I'm not giving you my house, honey.
But why don't you get to know the person before you get married?
Right, what I just said, it don't matter. People been married for 50 years and still don't know each other.
Well, that's crazy.
All of a sudden, y'all get married, then
married.
You realize she got allergies and she can't stop sneezing like them little dogs.
Little dogs.
Y'all stupid.
And they still be hopping around.
Get that baby some Benadryl.
Wake up, baby. Gary,
my God.
Gary, I did have a chick sneeze about 20 times on FaceTime. She couldn't stop sneezing.
Get your friend. Oh, Lord.
She's trying not to sneeze, but they can.
That's the one you should marry, honey. That's the one you need. Oh, that's the one you need, honey. Oh, my God.
She was bad, too, boy, huh?
Fine as hell. Fine as hell, Rock. Fine as hell.
She was just allergic to you, then, honey.
Is that what it was?
She was allergic to you, baby. All right. The color today, honey. I'm going to just go into the color, honey. Brad, you don't have no more love. Brad, no more love. You got no more love.
No.
The color today, y'all, is dead leaf. On the high end, you say dead leaf, and on the lunch, you say brownish orange. That's your color for today.
Brad, Maria, y'all ain't fooling with me, Brad. Maria, y'all ain't fooling with me.
We just silence.
Oh, yeah.
Silence.
Yeah.
Baby, these girls giving you white woman, honey. They're silent.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show time for the wake-up call. Get at your boy, 866-9 Ricky. Here we go.
Let's go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. Hey. Doing your house shoes up would be better. Hey. Just be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Want to know what you calling from? So come on.
Wake up.
Hi, this is Beverly from South Florida saying, wake up, Robin and Cam, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Stephen calling from Akron. I want to wake everybody up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Ashley calling from St. Louis, yelling all the way to my family in Florida. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Eden Taylor from Macon, Georgia. I want to wake up my little brother, Blake. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is William. I live in Tarrant City. Well, wake up call to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Angela calling from Prattville, Alabama, and I want to wake up my daughter, Portia Boy. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
The city tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Because we going to let them know. Let them know this. Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. Let go. Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. H-Town, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky. Hey!
Same as being brought to you by
Urban One. Exercise your right to vote and participate in the political process. Get out and vote on November 8th and stand up for what you believe in. Sponsored by Urban One.
ATM is now ready to break you off with cash.
Get money.
All right, y'all. Hey, it's the Rickey Smiley ATM is back, and we have your shot to win up to $1,000. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hello, this is Jasmine from Maryland.
From Maryland, what up?
Yes. Good morning.
Man, are you in Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Listen, congratulations. You just won $100 for being caller number 20. But if you got the right PIN number today, you can get up to $1,000. So what PIN number do you want me to put in the ATM?
6452.
All right, let's go.
$1,000.
Maryland!
Yeah!
You just won $1,000. What you gonna do with all that money?
I am going shopping.
OMG. All right, listen, y'all.
Yes, congrats.
Congratulations. So if you didn't get through today, you have another shot to win again tomorrow. Make sure that you log on to RickySmileyMorningShow.com for today's PIN code for another shot for you to win up to $1,000 tomorrow morning. Hey, what morning show just hooked you up?
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, hey. Represent East Coast. Be more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Oh, my. Hey, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen here. John Lyon on the ones and twos, chicken and waffle mix going down. Hey, good morning to everybody. If you're driving to work out there, be safe. Don't text and drive. And watch out for them crazy people that be driving. You know, the people that be coming up on you real fast. You don't see them.
Yes,
and you be holding on tight to the steering wheel. John Lyon, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
The ones in the HOV lane. Boy.
And the crazy thing is, like, a lot of times, all of the lanes will be open, and
right.
they'll drive super fast right up behind you, and
right.
then at the last minute, they
John,
go around. I never understood that.
Scare the hell out of you, dog.
I don't understand why they do that.
I love rush hour. I love bumper to bumper driving real slow. I feel safe. But boy, when them damn, especially them rednecks with them Donald Trump stickers, they be in them big ass Ford F-150s.
With them
and they
flags.
I mean, even the truck sound race. It'd be like, it go, it'd be, how your truck sound racing?
What the truck say?
Your truck sound racist. John.
You ain't lying. You are not lying, I swear.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Appreciate you, John. Let them know how you can be reached.
Yeah, man, on the Instagram at JAH Lions.
I'm a racist truck.
Black Tony.
No, man. No.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What happened? What Black Tony?
Let me tell you. Now, I just dropped him off at therapy. Man, you and now I'm in.
Wait a minute.
I'm on my way up there. I'm in traffic, man. I'm in traffic in rush hour.
So are you coming? Are you supposed to be filling in for Black Tony? How many days has been rock?
For Black Tony?
Let's talk about this, though. Let's talk about this. Let me just.
But
talk
you,
about
Darius,
this
you
because
supposed to
it's
be
gonna
filling in for Black Tony. Now you letting Black Tony get you.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you saying that because today I want to talk about it is better to give than receive. I look at this, man, and how long you been going to work every day? You've been going there every day, ain't you?
Yeah, about 15 years. About 15 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You show up every day. I want to ask you this because we need to stop being so selfish. How many sick days you got?
How many sick days we get?
About 24.
Yeah, something like that.
Y'all don't use them. Why you holding on to them sick days? You know Tony and myself go through this, and y'all just sitting up holding them sick days like they gonna roll over. Y'all, sometimes you stop thinking about ourselves and stuff like this, man. Life is too short to be just so concerned with a job every day. I mean, I'm almost sick of this because every day y'all ask the same question.
Yeah.
Why aren't we coming to work? Sometimes you have to ask yourself, why aren't you saying don't come? Sometimes you got to ask,
what?
Sometimes, because it's a selfish thing like this, and you have stressed my cousin out. Y'all done stressed me out. Now,
He ain't been to work
together.
He ain't been to work in 3 years, Darius.
I know, but that's neither here nor there. But I am saying unto you, Ricky, y'all done stress him. It's rolling over to me, and it has to stop. Sometimes we have to look at each other and say, yes, it's good to go to work, because a man that does not work does not eat.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you this right now. Do you know how early it is? Do you know how early it is right now?
How early?
It's early. I tell you what, I ain't ate. So why would
What draws should I wear today? Oh, what draws should I wear today? Should I wear my granny panties or should I wear a thong? What draws should I wear today? What draws should I wear today? Oh, what dress should I wear today? Wear my granny panties, or should I wear a thong? Again. Should I wear my granny panties, or should I wear a thong? Should I wear my granny panties, or should I wear a thong? What dress should I wear today?
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment is being brought to you by Magnum. That's right, Magnum is the gold standard for those who live large, bold, and confident. Magnum large size condoms. Live large. Look for Magnum condoms wherever condoms are sold. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. R&B singer Life Jennings, y'all, he is speaking out, Ricky. And oh, my God, he's having a lot to say, y'all. He's claiming, honey, that he was incarcerated, y'all, in the same prison as crazy serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, y'all. And he said, honey, according, to Life, honey, he said Jeffrey was his little homie. Here's what he had to say.
We in maximum security. They like everybody gets the wall because I was a porter. And it just so happened that they put him in the cell next to me. And of course, while I'd be sweeping up, I'd be singing. Cats used to have requests or whatever while I was down there doing my thing. Jeffrey was like, hey. Okay, and he was like, yo, that's you down there singing? So he was like, I like R&B. I'm like, you like R&B? He's like, yeah. And he was asking me, y'all never guess what song he asked me did I know. Men Conditions. Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes, man. He asked did I know that record. And I sang the record, he beat it on the door and all this stuff. I mean, I ain't saying like the homie is a celebrity or nothing. I'm just telling you my experience, man.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yes,
Wow.
honey. Now, Jeffrey Dahmer, I don't know who Jeffrey Dahmer is. Now, Jeffrey Dahmer, he murdered y'all at least a dozen of gay black men, and then he aped them. Now, they're saying y'all that the horrific killer will lure the black men into his home by promising them money, drugs, and y'all the opportunity to listen to R&B music, honey, on the expensive sound system that he had in his house. Isn't that amazing? And people saying, they drug poor Rick Ross the other day because Rick Ross just said all he wanted was a pair of Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. And people saying, how could he sit there and say that he wanted some glasses from a murderer that killed black men? And here Jeffrey Dahmer had Life singing to him lullabies, honey, and songs in the pen. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
That is so amazing.
That's crazy. You go to prison. If you go to a certain prison, you're going to see certain wants those big high-profile cases. You gonna see them? They in there.
Lord, could you imagine Jeffrey Dahmer being under your bunk and honey, he asking you to sing songs to him and you singing great songs for him?
Well, he sung to him or whatever. Got his request in before somebody cut his head off and put it in the toilet stool.
Yeah, and that's what they did. Bless his soul, honey. All right, moving on in other celebrity news. Ricky, your homeboy and friend, honey, Roy Woods Jr., did you hear the news? They're saying that he may be the next host, honey, of the Late Show.
He might be the what?
The next host. They're saying Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is leaving, and they're saying that Roy Woods is definitely the next person in line for that show.
Hey, he should be. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He worked hard. He deserved it. And he did everything right or whatever. I mean, who else they going to give it to? Because it would be unfair if they bring anybody else and give it to anybody else. Roy Wood Jr. deserved that slot. That's the homeboy, Ramsey High School, Birmingham, Alabama, WBHK. We all came from the same radio station, 95.7 Jams. And he really, forget all that, he deserved it. And Roy Wood will host the hell out of that show. He deserved it. He worked hard. He put in the work, and he waited his turn. And he's and what I love about Roy Wood Jr., he's very, very respectful. Very respectful. And he deserved it.
Well, congratulations. So hopefully he get that position because they're going to hire within.
Is it leaning that way or they announced?
Oh, yes. Oh, no, it's leaning that way. They're saying that definitely he may be, because he already makes appearances on the show. And he's on the show with Trevor
for years.
Already.
He's been there for years.
Yep, so they're saying that it was announced that he may be the next person, honey, to host that show, The Late Show. So congratulations to Roy Woods Jr.
Yes.
All right, and then my quick final story, y'all. Chloe Bailey, y'all know Chloe Bailey, honey, from Chloe and her sister Hallie. They're saying, y'all, that Chloe Bailey and her parents, honey, she is disowning her parents, honey. They're saying, yes, baby, they say they are disowning their parents, y'all. They're saying that Chloe and her parents are no longer close in faith. They're saying Chloe suggested on social media that she have disowned them. Now, Chloe's parents are Courtney and Doug Bailey, were the force behind the sisters in the music business. They're saying Doug was the girl's lawyer and manager, and Courtney worked as the girl's manager and marketing director and stylist. Now, it's being confirmed, y'all, that Chloe has since separated from her parents and has begun outside manager to guide her career. The separation happened around the same time, they're saying, as Chloe and her sister began over-sexualizing their image. So they might they probably wanted to stay as little girls, but they got with Beyonce and stuff, and now honey, they want to be grown. But they're saying Chloe, she revealed to the fans that she's not close with her parents anymore. She didn't say exactly what was the cause of the rift, but she told the listeners that one day she'll tell them, and she'll tell her fans why, y'all. Isn't that sad when you divorce your parents? I mean, they acting like Britney Spears them.
No, I don't think it's that far. Do you?
Well, divorcing your parents, that's it. And they say African American children are acting like their Caucasian counterparts now. So now that we got a little bit more money now and doing more things, honey.
You try to divorce a black parent if you want to, Maria, they're gonna cut you off. They ain't gonna ever speak to you again.
Ain't gonna be no divorce over here.
Yeah, so honey. So let's keep Chloe and Bailey.
You want a divorce? Want a divorce? That what you want? That what stay your ass at my house. Stay your ass at my house.
Yeah, because when I used to see them singing on YouTube, they were so wholesome, and they were like two young little church girls. And then I looked
That's
up
how
and
Beyonce introduced them, like real wholesome and harmonizing.
Well, now, baby, they going half naked, honey, and they say they want to be naked, honey, and date the rappers. So, honey,
that girl, Chloe, boy, that girl is.
She's tired of being in.
Send me a picture. Somebody text me a picture.
Oh, you need to see the videos, Ricky.
Just go
that's why she divorced her parents.
That girl.
Her parents probably wanted her to keep a nice, clean image, and she wanted to do her thing.
Yep.
I feel so sorry. If I wonder if Beyonce called him and talked to him or anything about that. But anyway, she divorced her daddy. But the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Dead Leaf.
Divorced her daddy.
Yeah, she divorced him.
Oh, wow.
They fired Matthew. That was a divorce.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Several videos, Brett and Maria, have gone viral showing kids getting stuck doing stuff that they know that they had no business doing, Gary. Can you find... you can find some of these on our Instagram page.
But for example, Ricky, one kid went viral on Facebook after he got his head stuck in the arm of a chair at the airport. Now, after trying several times to pull his head out, the mom finally figured out that she could push his entire body through the small armrest to set him free. He didn't listen.
Them big head babies have a hard time. In another story, a 10-year-old boy was playing with a traffic cone and got his head stuck in it. Teachers tried for a half an hour to get it off before they called the fire department, Ricky. It took firefighters 20 minutes to cut it off.
I seen that, Maria, next door to my grandmama, a lady named Miss Gertrude Thompson, her little grandson Quan.
That ain't funny.
Aw. And the babies be crying. They be so frustrated.
Quan a grown man to the morning show, but Quan and his other little boy that lived around the corner, both of them head was stuck in the little what the little things that be on the porch, the banister bars.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, they both of them they were both holding on like they was in jail, but both of them head was stuck. And the fire department had to come, and I was in my grandmama laying across my grandmama bed looking through the screen, man, and they were both crying. Man, I never laughed so hard in my life. Oh man, and they had to come and bend the bars to get both of their heads out, and they were right next to each other. And Quan had a big head anyway. Quan head was real long. Still, shout out to you, Quan. I know you listen to the morning show, but I will never ever forget that. That happens all the time when the little boy's head gets stuck.
Well, I tell you what, man, this one ain't funny, but did you see the story about the little boy who was getting off the bus when his backpack got stuck in the doors and he was stuck dangling from the doors for a short distance before the bus driver finally noticed and stopped the bus?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man.
So kids get into all kind of stuff. So we want to know what's something that your kid themselves played with after you want them to leave it alone. Get out as 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Oh, okay. Y'all hit us up, 866-9-RICKY, 866. Brett, any of your nieces or nephews?
I can't really think of nothing. I've seen heads get stuck in between those rails though in Chicago, and it's hard to bend those rails. And it's like, how did you get your head stuck in there and you can't get it back out? I think the ears get in the way and you just get stuck. I've seen it, and they just scream and cry and just be stuck.
Yeah, your grandma out there with some grease, some
Vaseline,
lotion, all that kind of stuff, and you try to pull it back.
Yes. You stupid.
Boy, I laid across my grandmama's bed, and you don't supposed to lay across your grandmama's bed because she got a comforter set on.
Ooh,
my grandma was mad, and I was in there just laying because that window was up and through that screen. I had never laughed so hard in my life. All right, listen, look, Gary, you in any?
Nothing but the stove. The only thing I could recall, honey, is touching the stove, and we were told not to touch the stove here. It was gonna burn you, and we touched it anyway, honey,
and got burnt. Now you got a brand on your arm.
Okay, and hanging off.
Right. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
So my husband had like a bunch of fake rings, and my son, he squeezed a ring on his finger. It was small, evidently. He squeezed it on his finger, and his finger got swollen up, and we couldn't get the ring off. So we had to take him to the emergency room and have them cut the ring off his finger.
My treadmill. I told them to leave it alone. As soon as I left, they started playing on it, and my daughter has the biggest scar on the back of her hand 20 years later.
My daughter was 8 years old. I'd asked her to do something, and I know I heard her make a slick comment. So I said, "Excuse me, who are you talking to?" She looked over both of her shoulders and said, "Looks like it's just us in this room."
Playing with that box fan with those steel blades. Her friend got all of her fingers cut off
What?
her left hand. That steel blade, that fan, you can't play with them fans. Now they don't make them steel anymore.
My daughter actually didn't hurt herself, but we was watching Hocus Pocus 2 the other day, and the two girls that was running in the woods, the witches was running after them. She just bluntly said, they're running slow as hell, and she's only 6.
I told my daughter to stop sneaking in my makeup while I was asleep at night, but she kept on doing it, so I put a little baby oil on the floor. And the next night when she tried to go in there and sneak in it, I heard a big old fall and hollering. I heard good old listen. She gonna learn today she don't go in that makeup no more. My son was in the bathroom playing with his weed whacker. He was like 4 or 5. And I heard him scream, baby, and he had to slam the toilet seat on it by accident. He had to let it go. Baby, I had to take him to the ER because he had a bruise on his. How you go to school with a bruised weed whacker?
Wow. Yeah, we had a steep hill that my granddaddy told us he better not ever catch us on the hill. The hill was real high and it was real steep.
Right.
So Uncle Bruce, my Uncle Anthony Smiley, he goes up on top of it with a skateboard.
Oh,
no.
And he came down off that hill and picked up some real speed. And, you know, in the middle of it, that skateboard started wobbling. Yeah. And it started wobbling. And so once he realized he was going to fall, he just dove off of it over into some rock and skinned up his whole left side. His whole left side was skinned. But guess what?
Yeah.
He's all right now. You get it, Gary? He's all right.
I'm trying to.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. We'll be here all week.
Yeah.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Man, my brother, what's happening? How you feeling this morning?
Man, good, man. Happy to have you always.
Good to be on, man. Listen, there is so much going on. And I think I want to start with your good brother and friend Herschel Walker. In one of the
have he texted you, Jeff? Because he be texting me. I don't text him back.
No, I blocked him.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yes.
Because he sure be waking up early in the morning texting somebody. I'm gonna let him come on the show, Jeff. But I want you. You want to let him come on the show?
I don't want to talk to him.
Right.
Anyway, so he's in one of the closest races. For those of you that aren't following what's happening in Georgia, Senator Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker are really in a very closely contested race to become the senator for the state of Georgia. But Herschel Walker just got thrown a curveball, brother, as he was accused by a woman of paying for an abortion. And she's alleging that in 2009, he impregnated her. He was not married at the time. He was a single man. But she was pregnant, and she got receipts. She got a receipt for the abortion. She has an image of a signed personal check from Herschel Walker and a get well card that she claims is from him. Now, I don't believe that any news outlet has verified the signature or verified the accusations, but this does not help him late in this race when the base of his folks are incredibly conservative. It's just one of those things that you just don't want to have to deal with. So we'll see if there's any verification of the signature, how that plays into his base caring one way or the other. If he paid for an abortion as a single man a decade ago in 2009 or not. But it definitely is not the kind of thing that a campaign wants to deal with late in the midnight hour of a really hotly contested race. For those of you that are in the state of North Carolina, there is a real race for the Senate there. U.S. Representative Ted Budd, who's a Republican, and former Democratic State Supreme Court Chief Justice Sherry Beasley are in a statistical tie. And so when you think about what these elections mean and how every single person that vote matters, these are just 2 examples of races that can heavily impact the U.S. Senate and therefore what the president is and is not able to do without executive order. So if you have not registered to vote, make sure that you do so. I was looking at something, Rick, and so for the states where there are governors' races, I don't know if people really understand what governors do and that they are essentially the CEO, political CEO of the state, and the budgets that they oversee. Every governor submits a budget to the state legislature, and that state legislature has to approve that budget. But the amount of money that they are spending is unbelievable. And so when you think about the state of Georgia, it's a $48 billion budget. State of Maryland, $51 billion. Ohio, $161 billion. New York, $220 billion. California, $286 billion, Rick. And so when people say that that none of this stuff matters and it doesn't matter who becomes governor, are you insane?
Right.
When this amount of money on an annual basis is being spent. That's not $220 billion for 4 years. That's $220 billion a year. And so if you thought that it didn't matter, there are more and more examples of the fact that you don't have to like who's in office. You just got to recognize that money is going to get spent one way or another. Bills are going to get passed one way or another. And you either have the ability to play a role in it or not. Last but not least, before I get out of here, Rick, I am actually confused about this Kanye West thing and him showing up with Candace Owens with a white People Matter shirt. And I'm not confused by Candace and Kanye. I'm confused by anybody else that thinks in some way, shape, or form this is outside of who Kanye is already.
Right.
I mean, he is who he is. He does things for whatever reason he decides to do them. It's not as if he's committed some level of allegiance to any group of people, black people included. And so when he does these kind of things, as much as I'm a fan of his music and as much as I would love for him to be a healthy, whole person, I don't rest any expectations on Kanye West's contribution to the culture, or for that matter, Kanye West damaging moves against the culture, because he's not committed to the culture. He's committed to Kanye.
Right.
And so if we get that in our heads, I hope that we can stop allowing him to be a distraction when he does stuff like this with Candace, because both of them are simply two people that are operating in the best interest of themselves, but claim that they want to free the minds of black people.
Right.
It's BS. And we got to stop falling for it. Those are three things I got for you, brother. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Y'all have a fantastic Tuesday, brother, and I'll talk to you on Thursday.
And you know what that song reminds me? It reminds me of two things. It reminds me of just being on the front porch in the projects. My mom used to have a speaker.
Yes.
And she would drag that. You remember when your mama dragged that
with
speaker
the
out of the
extension
house?
cord? Yes.
With that damn cord that they made it longer and sit that
Yes.
speaker on the front porch, and that speaker became an end table next to the little porch swing.
With them long speaker wires.
And had a little, with the long speaker wires, they had an ashtray on there. Yeah. And you out there playing in front. We done stole a buggy from the grocery store. We out there pushing each other in a grocery store cart. Out there having a good time, and you can hear that coming off the porch. But man, what really made me, I was a fan of the Tom Joyner Morning Show. And I used to listen to Tom and J. Anthony Brown every morning. And I would never forget Tom Joyner used to play this song right here, and it would just make my morning.
Yeah.
I'm getting off. I remember where I was. I was getting off the exit right there by the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center, and I heard Tom. It started over there. I'm sure what I heard. But I'll never. It be certain things, man.
Take us back, dog. Take us back.
All right, y'all. 8 minutes after the hour. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Coming up next, man, we're going to be talking to Mr. Thomas. I know Mr. Thomas heard this song right here. That made me feel like paradise. Brought to you by Jupe Cologne.
Hey there, Rickey.
Boy, hey, didn't that Love, Light, and Flight by Stevie Wonder I played, man, didn't that remind you of the Tom Joyner Morning Show?
It sure did. It reminded me of Good Time. That's my old cut buddy. Me and Maestro Powell used to listen to him every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. Out there picking oranges. Maestro pick oranges and be out there picking them to the beat. Make me feel like paradise.
Sing it, Mr. Thomas. Come on.
What a busy.
Yeah, come on.
Send me to the highest high.
Yeah.
Get it away. Take the oranges away, Maestro. With something always missing. That was the song. Yes, sir. Out there with the wingtips in the grove. It's like paradise.
Yeah.
Dirt in your shoes. I got on those sandals with the buckle. Maestro got the wingtips. Make me feel like paradise. Ponytail just slapping oranges right out the tree.
Right out the tree.
But cause when Maestro couldn't get the oranges that was way up high, he'd turn around, put that song up, make me feel like a spin in a ponytail and knock it right up down.
Maestro still got his ponytail, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, he still got it. Well, it's a clip on now. He cut it, but he always, when he depends on where he's going. We go to the Elks, You got the ponytail. Put the ponytail on. We going to the American Legion. Put the ponytail on. Put the ponytail on.
Yeah.
We going to the VFW. Put the ponytail. Put the tail. Maestro, we go to children's parties and they play pin the tail on Maestro. It be good.
Yeah.
It be good. Pin the ponytail on Maestro. Right in the city over there in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Won't bastard. Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Thomas, now are they coming out with some new outfit for the gentlemen or whatever? What's the new style? What's the new clothes that that people in their 60s and 70s rocking now? What y'all rocking now these days?
Yep, they'll go down there to Rasu, right down in Miami, because they can go in and get yourself measured up. Because we got the new style of linen suits with the crease. They come, you can buy them with the crease.
Oh, the crease. So now the linen suits come with the crease. You don't have to iron them.
Yeah. Yep, the crease be in your pants leg, crease be in your shirt pocket, crease be on your they got shoulder pad with your crease right there in them.
Maria, you can get that for your husband, Maria.
Oh, he would love that. Oh, my gosh.
I'm gonna tell you something. I got a nice it's a peppermint colored linen set for your husband, and then I got one laid to the side. It's a butterscotch. It's butterscotch.
Nice.
You know what butterscotch color is?
What color is Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, it's real. It's between like a honey mustard, but it got a little bit of brown in there. I'm gonna rock beige. My Maestro, he gonna wear the honey mustard. I'm gonna rock the beige.
Now, what color shoes you rocking with that? What kind of shoes and what color shoes you rocking with that butterscotch linen outfit? What you talking about? The linen outfit with the shirt and the pants the same color, right?
Same color. But let me tell you something. I don't care about tradition. I know everybody here, you ain't supposed to wear white after the Labor Day. I'm going to wear my white sandals.
With the butterscotch, Mr. Thomas, you going to wear white sandals with the butterscotch?
I'm going to hit him right there with that, but I'm going to kill him with that one. I'm telling you, boy. Hey, when I step out, boy, I'm telling you, I'm going to be knocking them down.
Mr. Thomas, are you going to the, you got the Magic City Classic, and then you got FAMU Homecoming. Maria, when is FAMU Homecoming?
It's the last week of October.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas, you going with us to FAMU Homecoming?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to family homecoming with you. You know what? I want to tell Maestro got to get his ponytail ready. His ponytail going to set the whole homecoming off. And we going to show out. And we taking the Coupe de Ville. And we putting on juice and cold, cool water cologne. We is going in. And we're going to bring a whole thing of oranges to Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
Right there and pass them out to the cheering. And then because we're going to go up there and stop them from messing up and doing stupid stuff. Messing with drugs.
Now, Mr. Thomas, they on drugs, Mr. Thomas. We got to get these kids off drugs.
We gonna get you off drugs. All you got to do is sing along with
Let's
me.
go. You don't have to do drugs.
Yes,
Make
sir.
a living. Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
You don't have to do drugs to survive. It'll make
you think
before you know it, it'll kill you dead. Can't you see for yourself what drugs are doing? Let's go.
Come on, Lord.
Let's go, Mr. Thomas. You got to get up off of the cocaine. Get up off of the crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back. Hey, can't you see for yourself what drugs are doing? Let's go, Mr. Thomas.
You don't have to do drugs.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 25 after the hour. Y'all, this segment's being brought to you by America's Best. At America's Best, you never overpay for eyewear. Get 2 pairs and a free quality eye exam at just $79.95. It's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Tuesday morning headlines. U.S. Senate candidate Herschel Walker is under fire. A woman has come forward saying the former NFL star urged her to get an abortion back in 2009, Ricky, and even reimbursed her for it. Walker, who has been campaigning for a complete ban on abortion, had this to say about the accusations.
I wouldn't have said nothing either.
Yeah, cat got the tongue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said.
Basically, he ain't had nothing to say. That was his quote right there, Ricky. What is there to say when someone's coming at you with receipts? But we'll get his comments a little bit later on. But next I have is a question. Are y'all ready for Joe 2.0? According to Reverend Al Sharpton, Joe Biden will seek a second presidential term in 2024. Word is Biden revealed the news to Al Sharpton during a private conversation at the White House last month. But as of today, Joe Biden himself has not officially declared he will seek re-election. In world news, Ricky, Japan urged its residents to take shelter underground Tuesday morning after North Korea fired at least one ballistic missile over Japan before landing in the Pacific Ocean. Launches over Japan are rare, and the last one occurred back in 2017. Lastly, a recent report from Lending Club shows that 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. This is a 5% increase compared to a year ago. Get this, Ricky, 45% of people earning six figures report living paycheck to paycheck. That is crazy and a very telling sign of where we are in the economy. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Appreciate you, Maria. The Los Angeles Rams got drugged by the San Francisco 49ers last night, 24-9. You see this game, man. You see wide receiver Deebo Samuel tote that 57-yard touchdown to the crib. Like saying like it wasn't nothing but a thing. It is what it is, man. The long await for Brooklyn Nets point guard Ben Simmons finally made his debut with the Brooklyn Nets yesterday. It was preseason basketball, already back on us after being traded from Philadelphia 76ers. He was dealing with that mental health concerns and some back injuries. He played 19 minutes, had a solid 6 points, assists. He looked good out there, though, man.
He did.
He looked good. I can't complain. It's preseason, still early, but I'm rooting for my man Ben. Now, I Hate the Homies podcast. This is a podcast with me, my little buddy Super Dave over there, and Griff. And we just dropped a new episode. It got kind of heated yesterday.
About what?
Well, this week's episode got kind of heated. So I was explaining how the NIL deals, these name, image, likeness, is leveling the playing field in college sports, especially in football.
Right.
And this happened. If you put your name in the portal, you become, for college football, in a sense, a free agent.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay. So
absolutely.
now these
so
other
now you're
schools,
saying all these schools with the money is saying, come to my school.
Thank you.
Come to my school.
I'm bringing you out of the portal, and here's what I have: all these shiny toys and money for you if you come to my school. That's how they work together, fool.
They've been doing that for years, you dumbass.
Oh,
Super
y'all
Dave.
doing it like that on the podcast?
Super Dave, I can't believe you called me that.
I call you what I think you are.
Wow.
So there's more to it, man. So y'all got to go check out this week's episode of I Hate the Homies podcast, man. Trust me, you just listen one time, you're going to be hooked. It's raw, and we just tell it like it is. We got 3 different opinions. You're going to hate us sometimes, you're going to love us sometimes. But right now, good. David, Super Dave, I hate you.
Oh, no.
That's all you got
Gary.
for me?
That's it, dog. We ain't got time.
We got to pray for him, Gary. We need to pray.
I'm praying for them, honey. They hating each other like big
We got
queens,
to soften
honey.
it up a little bit.
He said like big queens.
I hate you, Dave.
Rick, you need to pray for him. I never called myself the sports genius, even though I am.
I am.
He think he is.
I am.
That's the problem.
I know so.
We argue every morning, America. It ain't personal. That's what we do.
That's it. It is what it is. Look at you, doggone. Brad got the hot spot right now. Let's go.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, man. It is about that time. Time for the hot spot, man. That hot spot be clean as Michael Irvin's edge up. Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, Cardi B and JT of the City Girls traded disses on Twitter last night, and it all started with the success of rapper Glorilla's single, Tomorrow 2, featuring Cardi. Now, after Cardi congratulated Glow on their record debut, debuting at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, a Twitter user mentioned Nicki Minaj's Queen mix of Super Freaky Girl, which features JT. Now, JT congratulated Glow, but did not mention Cardi. So, JT was called out by a fan for not mentioning Cardi, who was also on the song. Now, to this, JT responded, nah, actually, the tweet was too long. Plus, Cardi been having top 10s. I've been congratulating her for years. This is Glow's first one. So, Cardi went on to tweet, lapdog. Shortly after, JT wrote, I hope you don't think you know bully, wiener dog. And then shortly after, Cardi said, go fetch. And then after the subliminal tweets, JT made it clear that she was talking to Cardi, writing, Cardi, you go fetch a real talent. We DMing. Why you come back here to put a show on for these kids? Cardi followed up and said, so wait, me and you talking in the DM woman to woman, but you take it to your timeline and throw shots calling me a bully and a wiener? Why you playing dumb? And you talking about a real talent? Ha, you forgot P tried to put me on with your writer. And then Cardi added, matter of fact, I'm not even doing this on the timeline. It's becoming real repetitive for doggy treats. Goodbye, y'all. And the tweets continued with JT writing, no, you wanted our writer for our hooks and our sound because you clearly have none. Ask any writer. So the two ultimately ended the back and forth. Lord have mercy, my nerves was dead.
Y'all didn't do that back in y'all day.
No.
Y'all jumped on records and rapped together.
Yeah, I hate all this. It's craziness for no reason, and I think it started from like a fan saying, "Well, why didn't you congratulate? Why didn't you?" And it just escalated from that. And her saying, "Well, I did congratulate Cardi," and then I guess I don't know the whole story. I guess it all got misconstrued. I hope they end it. I hate it. It's not enough female MCs, and we all just need to band together. It's way more male MCs than it is female MCs. But anyway, in other beef news, according to reports, Taylor Swift and Drake allegedly recorded a diss track together back in 2017 that seems to be taking shots at both Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Now, Taylor Swift reportedly intends to release the song and will include the never-before-heard collab with Drake. It's no secret that both Taylor and Drake have had tumultuous relationships with Kanye, so they didn't hold back when it came to recording. Obviously, she is totally over with the whole thing now, but this is one which fans will want to hear. Now, as for Drake, the potential release of the diss track aimed at Kanye and Kim will come out 1 year after the two iconic rappers squashed a 3-year beef in an effort to free imprisoned Gangster Disciples co-founder Larry Hoover. Oh, Lord, it's just way too much going on. Man, let me go to some movie news.
Thank you.
Please. It made our nerves bad, right?
Get some hugs.
Well, y'all, Deadline reports that Apple released the first trailer for Emancipation starring Will Smith on Monday, October 3rd, following a screening of the film in D.C. over the weekend. Now, the movie will hit theaters on December 2nd and will be available for streaming on Apple TV Plus on December 9th. So that is what's up. Yes, Gary?
Now, I heard that movie was made before the slap, too. They said it was, in production before the slap. But then some people say that it's Oscar-worthy, so...
Oh, well, that's good.
Are you going to see it? Are you going to protest it?
I'm not going to protest. I'm going to watch it. I love Will Smith. Okay. I love Will Smith's movies. I love Chris Rock movies. So I'm going to watch them all. If the movie is good, the movie is good, period. And people deserve a chance. People make mistakes. I've made mine in the past for sure, and I'm still here today, and God is still awesome. Yo.
I just hate all of the beef that's going on.
Oh,
the only beef when we was coming up was surrounded by potatoes and carrots.
Okay, it was Wendy's. Where's the beef?
Yes, honey.
Yeah, this beef now, I don't like this beef, but the beef back in the day come right out of the oven with some celery, potatoes, carrots, and some broth.
Nice roast beef.
Nice roast beef. But this
pot roast beef.
Yeah. Slices, some cornbread, and some sweet tea.
Okay.
But your grandmama sitting next to you looking you in your face talking about, is it good?
That's all right, though. They can go talk to Yanetta Spring because we got her coming up with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, y'all, this Talk It Out Tuesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all, please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Yanetta, good morning.
Good
morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Man, we doing good. Happy to have you. And October is here, and I know that there's a lot of symbolism for this month. So I know you got something special for us today.
Yeah, I do. There are lots of mental health awareness things that we need to be aware of, for the month of October. We'll touch on as many of them as we can this month. But this week is Mental Illness Awareness Week. And, the reality is we're in a nationwide, possibly global mental health crisis. So it's really vital that we're taking a good look at our mental health. So this month I want to kind of focus on our outlook, right? And October outlook is kind of what we'll be like gearing our outlook on, because sometimes we want to ignore mental health, thinking it will get better, we'll get over it, because sometimes the more we know, the more anxiety we feel because we don't really know what to do with the information. So I think the more we inform ourselves and we get information on our mental health and mental status, the less scary it can feel. One thing I always say is the difference between mental illness and mental health is options. So the more options we feel like we have, oftentimes the less anxiety we feel or the less doom, is associated with having a mental health condition or having a mental illness. It's not the end of the world. A lot of people know how to navigate it and still have a good quality of life with mental illness. It just may mean we have to change the way we view ourselves, the way we operate and interact.
Wow. Did you hear that, Gary?
Yes, I'm listening, sweet Jesus.
Why you say it like that, Gary?
Yeah.
I'm just listening.
Yeah. And I think it's something for all of us, to really listen to, because whether we experience mental illness or we are connected to somebody who experiences a mental illness, there are different ways that we can navigate so that we can support them as well. One great organization is NAMI. It's the National Alliance for Mental Health, and they have the National Alliance for Mental Illness, and they have a great video series on what I wish people knew. Right? So it's kind of highlighting people who have various mental illnesses and what they wish people knew about their mental illness, and sometimes it's like what we wish we knew back before we understood like what was going on with ourselves. So I'll share that information on my social pages. On my Yanetta Spring YouTube, I'll reshare the videos so we can look at them and just really know how to understand how to take care of ourselves and how to support the people in our lives who struggle, with mental illness.
Yanetta. And you know what? I was just telling some friends about that the other day with myself. Just because I'm looking happy and smiling and all this stuff, you don't know what's going on in my head. I mean, that's just, you can't walk around looking sad and stuff because, honey, you would never know. Just because I'm, looking this way doesn't mean that I'm not going through something this way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And Gary, that's something, for you to think about, like, how do you want to support you when you're having those days? Or how can you let somebody in a little bit more and let them know what you need,
I told my friends too. I told them if I don't answer my phone, honey, if you call me a certain amount of time and I don't answer my phone, that means, honey, check on me because I'm like going through, you just go through, I just like to sit by myself, but yeah. Do they still have MHM, mental health, mental retardation?
No, it's not, probably not phrased that way anymore. They probably have updated.
Oh.
Don't do that, Ricky. Don't do that.
No.
Because I used to go to MHMR.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that organization is now. We can look it up, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they don't have that name no more?
Yeah, retardation is not necessarily a, phrase.
That's what they called it, when I went back in the day. Mental health, mental retardation, MHMR.
And you had to go to that?
Yeah,
well, yes, hell, that's where I got my lithium and stuff from, MHMR.
I'll look it up, Gary, and see what it's
see if they still got them. Yeah.
Politically correct. I apologize.
Make you feel
no,
uncomfortable.
It's fine.
No, we want you to continue to be a guest and not be subjected to stuff like this.
No, it's fine. I don't mind at all. I appreciate the questions. And y'all know where to find me if you need support. Go to my website, YanettaSpring.com, or you can check out my social at Yanetta Spring on all platforms.
Council Spring. Listen,
yes,
I have tears in my eyes because I know that there's hope and help out there. We're going to get Gary the help that he needs.
Which one was Gary? Gary, which one? The class?
No. Council Spring.
Set him up, Ricky.
I'm doing the best I can.
I know. We all are. We all are. We're going to be okay.
Please come back next week. We'll cut Gary's mic off next week, Council Spring. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.